Okay. Dann lesen wir mal entspannte 60 Seiten. Lehnt euch zurück, holt euch was zu snacken. Papa Glubschi lest euch jetzt eine Geschichte vor. Grace Report, The Truth Behind Raccoon City. Introduction. In 1998, Raccoon City was devastated by a massive outbreak caused by a viral leak from the pharmaceutical giant Umbrella. The United States government responded by launching a missile strike to wipe out the infected and erected a blockade to seal off the city. In 2004, following a court trial, the Umbrella Corporation declared bankruptcy. A complete account of the events was never released. Den Text kennen wir sogar schon. However, in October 2026, it was discovered that the city had been used as a hub for the production and trafficking of bioweapons. This report reveals that the established narrative of the Raccoon City incident was falsified and elucidates newly discovered truths surrounding the incident. 1968. To properly understand the truth, we must first go back to the beginning of it all. 1968, Oswald E. Spencer, James Marcus, and Edward Ashford founded the Umbrella Corporation. Having witnessed the horrors of the Second World War and the dread of the Cold War, Spencer felt a sense of despair at watching the world repeat the same mistakes. He felt it was his duty to bring about a change to humanity. As stated in court records following the Raccoon City incident, his ultimate goal was to bring about the viral evolution of the human race. Thus, he relentlessly pursued virus research through illegal and inhumane means. This fact remains unchanged. 1970s. From the very beginning of Umbrella, the company faced rapid change and intense internal strife, most notably the sharp ideological divide between Spencer and Marcus. According to court records, this conflict was cited as the primary factor leading to the unusual developments which followed. In 1978, James Marcus developed the T virus, which would go on to become the cause of the subsequent outbreak. 1980s. This is a crucial period for understanding the basis of what caused the incident and the truth behind the entire case. Spencer's influence and ARC's establishment. Spencer used internal politics to have Marcus demoted, absorbing T-virus research into a facility under his own control. From then on, Umbrella began to actively research and develop bioweapons under Spencer's leadership. The underground facility known as ARC, which was discovered during recent events, originally served as the administrative center of Umbrella's research. Several documents outlining Spencer's plan for ARC have also been discovered. Excerpt from confiscated records, Long-Term Strategic Review 1980-0422, ARC-centric integrated research roadmap. Step 1. Concentrated investment into Vesca's plan and the T-virus. Step 2. Establishment of ARC as a central command center. Step 3. Development of ELPIS. Step 4. Memory transfer and forced evolution. This is the first recorded instance of a significant keyword, ELPIS. The connections involvement. The following documents regarding Marcus' involvement were also discovered. Excerpt from confiscated records. Recipient James Marcus. Sender F Foundation. Amount 30 millions. This document shows a suspicious flow of funds being channeled to Marcus. Past FBI investigations revealed that the source of the funds, the F Foundation, was just one of the puppet organizations of the Connections. The F Foundation no longer exists. The Connections is a criminal organization that various government agencies have been sounding their alarm against for years. This illicit group is at the heart of all this. evidence suggests that the connections sought involvement with Umbrella's central operations. Additional documents belonging to the protege of Marcus, Brendan Bailey, have been uncovered. Sender Brendan Bailey, recipient F Foundation. Preparations are complete. I think it's time they made contact with me directly, don't you? I await a response. This indicates that Bailey took over correspondence with the connections succeeding Marcus. Bailey was rumored to be the founder of the connections, but he may have only been a small cog in the larger machine. We now believe the connections has had deep roots in the criminal underworld since before the 1980s. Much about the connections remains unknown. Spencer's Purge. In order for Spencer to obtain complete control over Umbrella, he used force to deal with any internal opposition and influential adversaries. A list of these individuals, seemingly prepared by an associate of Spencer's, was recently discovered. Re-evaluation list. Following the CEO's re-evaluation protocol, measures will be taken against these individuals: Cheryl Moore, Michael Kramer, James Marcus. Omitted. 1990s. During the period, Umbrella continued to grow and expand through ties with the government. The organization became so large that Spencer could no longer fully control it. Numerous accidents plagued Umbrella facilities around the world as a result of poor management. Furthermore, information was being leaked to rival organizations and the connections due to moles who had infiltrated the company. Yet, despite the circumstances, Spencer was able to thoroughly protect and complete his research at ARC. The research? Elpis. With most records regarding Elpis were lost with the destruction of ARC, a precious few remain. Spencer message 19 data missing. Trisel, HCF, the family, and Umbrella. Elpis shall bring it all to an end. The only information leaked about Elpis was that it had the potential to upset the military balance of the entire world. However, a strictly managed password known only to Spencer was needed to access it. What is Elpis? Elpis is a powerful antiviral drug. However, this was unknown to those who sought it. The connections and other black market groups mistakenly thought it to be a powerful bioweapon with the potential to control human minds. This confusion likely stemmed from the fierce competition surrounding bioweapon development. It was common knowledge that Spencer, the developer of Elpis, aimed for the evolution and control of humanity through viral technology. Completion of Elpis. Based on data taken from the confiscated records and changes in Spencer's behavior, we believe Elpis was completed around the mid-1990s. After this period, the records show a marked decrease in the number of public statements from Spencer. A similar decrease in activity was also observed at the Raccoon City orphanage. Disturbingly, it is suspected that the children at the orphanage had long been used for Umbrella's experimentation. While Spencer frequently visited the orphanage, records indicate he stopped in the 1990s. Furthermore, the orphanage was under the research jurisdiction of William Birkin in the late 90s. Birkin turned against Spencer, ultimately leading to the leak of the VT virus. 1998, the Raccoon City incident. The T-virus leaked from the Umbrella research facility in Raccoon City, causing an unprecedented outbreak. In response, the government decided to launch a missile strike on the city under the pretense of containing the spread. However, this is where we have been missiled. The missile strike was not launched to prevent the spread of infection. A plan was formed to disrupt the relationship between the government and Umbrella and shift the blame for illegal activities onto Spencer. Found records indicate that the connections lobbied for the missile strike. Excerpts from confiscated records. First assembly minutes. ARC has been secured. Commence the missile strike. The blame will fall solely on Spencer. With this, Umbrella will be dismantled and we seize the assets. Their goal was the acquisition of Umbrella assets, particularly the thing they believed would disrupt the world's military balance, Elpis. Due to Bailey's involvement, the Connections were aware of Umbrella's inner workings prior to the Raccoon City incident. This set them up to swiftly secure ARC before instructing the government to carry out the missile strike. After the Raccoon City incident, the Umbrella trials. As is well known, trials were held after the events of the Raccoon City incident. Testimony from Raccoon City survivors, along with evidence submitted by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium, demonstrated the scope of Umbrella's nefarious activities. Evidence against Spencer was presented at the trials by his subordinate, Albert Wesker. It is now evident that Wesker was linked to Tricell, which in turn had strong ties to the Connections. Therefore, it is highly likely there was pressure from the government and the Connections during the trials. In 2004, following the outcome of the trials, Umbrella was forced into bankruptcy, just as the Connections and the government intended. Oswald E. Spencer was held accountable as CEO and he disappeared from the public eye. Acquisition of ARC. The Connections and the government seized ARC during the Raccoon City incident. Thereafter, ARC served as a base for the research, development, and distribution of bioweapons. Documents believed to be transaction lists have also been seized. These list Umbrella's competitors along with organizations that were previously found guilty of illegal activity. Unfortunately, most evidence was lost with the collapse of ARC. Recovery efforts continue, but success is unlikely. Proliferation of bioterrorism. Following the Raccoon City incident, weaponized viruses developed by Umbrella were leaked. Subsequently, instances of bioterrorism utilizing this technology spread around the globe. In 2013, President Adam Benford was assassinated in a bioterrorist attack. Intelligence agencies report that the president wished to reveal the full truth of the Raccoon City incident. It is possible that President Benford was privy to the facts revealed in this report. Deswegen der Ausbruch in Resident Evil 6? In der Leon-Kampagne? Ach du Scheiße, okay. Hier wird aber nochmal alles aufgetischt, Alter. Tricell, President Benford. Ach du, okay. Spencer's final years. Remaining records about Spencer after the dissolution of Umbrella are scarce. But a new source of information has recently come to light. An interview conducted by Alyssa Ashcroft. Despite being responsible for countless atrocities, Spencer showed some signs of remorse in this interview. Having lost everything, he sought atonement. While Elpis is a powerful instrument that can render viral weapons inert, it also has the potential as a panicky to be used for good. It's possible that Spencer's true motivations behind Elpis were peace and redemption. While he remained obsessed with the evolution of humanity throughout his later years, most testimonies describe him as nothing but a senile old man. Spencer died in 2006 at his secluded estate. His true intentions behind developing Elpis will forever remain unknown. Ja, wenn ich mich richtig erinnere, wurde Spencer von Albert Wesker getötet. Conclusion. As we can see from the records, the Umbrella Corporation's liquidation was intentionally orchestrated by the Connections and the US government. Furthermore, they were involved in the illegal development and trafficking of bioweapons in Raccoon City. The extent to which past and present governments were involved requires further investigation. Much about the connections remains shrouded in mystery, and most records of their involvement were destroyed alongside ARC. Countless lives have been lost. As government officials, we have a duty to pursue the truth. If anything, finding it will finally offer some closure to everyone who fell victim to the heinous actions. FBI Intelligence Analyst Grace Ashcroft. Okidoki. Jetzt, wo Elpis existiert und an Tageslicht gekommen ist, werde ich aber nicht glauben, dass das letzte Resident Evil und damit auch nicht der letzte Virus wird. Oder letzte Virusausbruch oder sonstiges. Ich weiß gar nicht, war das schon bekannt? Oh, das weiß ich gar nicht. War das schon bekannt, dass... Also ich wusste noch, dass der Präsident gestorben war, Adam Benford. Den hatte man mit Leon erschossen. Am Anfang seiner Kampagne in Resident Evil 6. Aber war da schon bekannt, dass das ein Anschlag war, der eigentlich nur ihm letztendlich gelten sollte? Ich weiß es nicht. Also jetzt bei mir klingelt auch irgendwie so ein bisschen die Cutscene, dass er mit Leon gesprochen hatte, dass er irgendwie die Wahrheit ans Licht bringen wollte und irgendwie sowas, aber es ist einiges passiert. Würde ich mal sagen. Es ist einiges passiert. Ich bin mal gespannt, ob man in Zukunft noch mehr von Grace sehen wird. Oder ob sie jetzt quasi als Charakter abgeschlossen ist. Von Leon wird man bestimmt noch mal was sehen. Ich würde erwarten, spätestens in einem DLC. Oder frühestens. Naja, eigentlich frühestens. Also, ne? Und ich kann mir vorstellen, dass, wenn ein DLC kommt, wovon ich sehr fest ausgehe, dann wird da drin Chris Redfield auch vorkommen. Worauf ich mich auch sehr freue. Weil Chris ist mein erster Kontakt mit Resident Evil gewesen. Das erste Resident Evil, das ich selbst gespielt habe, war Resident Evil 5. Und da spielt mein Chris Redfield. Gibt es eigentlich New Game Plus? Play at your own risk. Okay. Damit haben wir Resident Evil Requiem abgeschlossen. Und ich muss sagen, es war fucking awesome. Für mich hätte es gerne noch länger sein können. Also ich hätte noch 20 weitere Stunden spielen können. Aber ich glaube, es ist gut, dass die Resident Evil Spiele so lang sind, wie sie sind. Weil dadurch Ne, ist das geballt? Ist es kompakt? Oder es fetzt ordentlich? Lieber 14 Stunden, die richtig fetzen, als, keine Ahnung, ein 100-Stunden-Spiel und davon fetzen nur 10 Stunden. Aber Capcom, wenn ihr ein 100 Stunden Resident Evil rausbringt, werde ich auch diese 100 Stunden spielen. So. Das sei damit gesagt. Das war saugeil. Hat richtig Spaß gemacht. Aber ich finde es auch irgendwie ein bisschen schade, dass es schon durch ist. Jetzt nach 2 Tagen. Ah. Ich liebe Resident Evil. Ich hoffe, wir kriegen da demnächst ein DLC. Dann sind ja auch schon unterschiedliche Spiele bei denen noch in der Entwicklung. Wird ja von Code Veronica Remake gesprochen. New Plus of Hurt. Nee. Also irgendwann werde ich bestimmt noch mal einen Run machen, aber nicht jetzt. Und Resident Evil Zero soll, glaube ich, auch ein Remake in Entwicklung sein. Geil. Einfach nur geil.
Yo, whatever happened to the sky was the limit. I fell in love with music, never thought it was a gimmick. I worked so hard on every tune and every single lyric. My whole identity depended on being artistic. Now you wanna strip that away so you feel okay? Cause if I make it to the top, what does that really say? That you shouldn't have given up, that you made the mistake? But if I fail, you feel much better about picking your lane.